A person served by Regional Center has services arranged through a purchase of service model. There are other models that an individual or family can choose to receive services and supports from Regional Center, including the self-determination model. It is the choice of the individual and family to decide which model of services is best for them. The choice is based on a number of factors, and the best choices are made when these factors are considered. This presentation is a guide for individuals and families on deciding what is the best way to receive services from Regional Center. All of us get to live in the community and be healthy and safe. To be successful, sometimes supports are needed. We usually get supports from family and friends or from businesses and public organizations. Sometimes that service is free, other times it's paid for. For people with intellectual and developmental disability, when these supports are unavailable but needed, regional centers provide those supports. Before knowing what supports are needed, it's important to know what is wanted to live in the community. Person-centered thinking is one of the best ways to make these plans. Person-centered planning is an organized way to identify preferred futures, preferences on where to live, where to work, spending time with family and friends to do fun and interesting things, staying healthy, and getting around. It's okay if not knowing these plans. Work with others to find out. Spend time learning and trying things to discover what are these very important preferences. Make preferences and then change them as your life changes. Once the preferred futures are understood, the services and supports required to achieve those goals needs to be identified. With the help from Regional Center Service Coordinator and other advocate organizations, it's up to the individual and family to identify the supports available and how they are delivered. Depending on the preferences, supports may be available through the traditional purchase of service model, and there is no need to make changes on how services are provided through the Regional Center. However, some preferences may be so specific that the traditional purchase of service model will not meet the need. If so, the self-determination model may be more able to arrange for those needs to be met. If preferences require a unique level of support, self-determination may be the model of service delivery. Self-determination is considered an advancement in the civil rights of people with disabilities. Freedom, authority, support, responsibility, and confirmation are the 5 principles of self-determination. Acknowledging these principles also acknowledges the autonomy of the person with an intellectual and developmental disability and offers them the dignity and respect they deserve. Greater freedom and the other principles of self-determination play a key role in the choice to participate in this model of service delivery. Responsibility is one of the 5 principles of self-determination, and responsibility is required when arranging self-determination services. Arranging self-determination requires steps that were once handled by the Regional Center. In self-determination, the individual and family have a greater role in shaping the goals, the budget, and the spending plan. This is likely to take more time than the usual purchase of service model. Negotiating a budget and identifying the cost of services can also be difficult. Time factors, the difficulty of the process, and the responsibility to manage the IPP will all play a role in deciding to participate in self-determination. There are other important decisions to make when deciding to transfer from the traditional purchase of service model into self-determination. For example, what level of time can a family commit to being in self-determination? Are they able to do the research? Can they negotiate the budget and spending plan? Will they manage the IPP and the spending plan? Are they able to work as supervisors and make sure all bills are paid? Families will need to decide who will be in the circle of support. And is a facilitator needed? And if so, who will be the facilitator? The individual, the family, a volunteer, a paid independent facilitator? And what will the facilitator do? Will they just be involved with the person-centered plan? Or will they be active in transitioning the person from purchase of services into self-determination and assist with budgeting, spending plan, goal writing? And will you use the independent facilitator once the person is in self-determination? And what is the amount to pay an independent facilitator? The decision to move into self-determination can be a difficult one, but there are a number of advocates available to assist you in the decision making. Reach out to your service coordinator to get information. Ask that they get advice from the regional center staff person known as the Participant Choice Specialists. Each regional center has a self-determination advisory committee. Plan to go to one of their meetings. Get advice from advisory committee members. The regional centers have funded a variety of services to assist families in the decision making. There are family support groups, coaching services, and the State Council on Developmental Disabilities has a number of staff who can also discuss self-determination with you and your family and help with the decision-making process. We hope you find this information helpful, and thank you for participating.